Hey y'all, hey. I'm Jay.
I'm C,
And welcome to the
JNC
JNC's room. Hey y'all, hey. Thank you guys for coming back. Thank you for clicking on us. And if you have not done it yet, like, share, subscribe, click on that notification bell. Bring somebody with you to come and talk some ish with us. As you know, I am Jay.
I am C. Welcome to the JNC room. So look,
Woo! It's about to get spicy.
so she's looking real bright right now. She's looking
Like a pumpkin.
She's very vibrant. She's giving me tangerine, peach, orange. The light is reflecting off of her. She's got me sweating because she's just radiating right now. So today's topic, I always hear people say this, why do nice people finish last, guys or girls? I just be like, in my head, I'm like, bitch, what made you good?
Good night. Good night.
Why you good? Tell me what made you so good? Why you so good? Tell me, that's what I be thinking.
What?
And then God say, and guys be like, nice guys. What make you nice, nigga? You out here buying that number 2 from McDonald's, nigga. Nothing nice about
Lord.
that.
Oh my God.
You over here saying hold the lettuce and tomato. Nigga, you need it. You need some dietary fiber in your system, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you, nigga? You know what I mean? So
What? All right.
do nice guys / nice girls finish last? Or did they dodge the bullet? Did they dodge the bullet? So you're trying to tell me because they finished last, they got out from this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Out. Like bequeathed from that bitch.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, did they dodge a bullet? Hell yeah. So you don't see it at first. Before I get into that, you said what makes a person good? What makes them a nice girl? What makes them Let's get into that first. Like what kind of people we talking about, right? Well, I mean, when I think of like the nice boys and the nice girls that finish last, right? Is usually the person that is in the courting or in the relationship that kind of just is, they give their time. Sometimes they buy them mad stuff. They're just letting them kind of get away with stuff. Like the nice guy. Like, of course, they are a nice person. I'm not talking about like a mean person. It's more of like the person that kind of goes above and beyond for a person that is not even giving them the time or reciprocating the same thing to them or really treating them bad. When I think of, in a guy's perspective, I could think of a guy that is doing so much for a female and then he ends up, and he's so nice and genuine and he gets finessed by this girl. This girl, she dangles sex and, the possibility of whatever he wants in front of him so that he continues to be extra nice. And in reality, she has no plans on going there with him.
Sounds like a gullible dude.
Or a female, that kind of does that also for a guy that is extra nice, that pays for everything, treats them well as a man,
She pays for everything?
Yeah, some
Where the fuck
females,
is she at?
They pay their men bills. They be paying for their food.
You know a couple of them?
I know a couple of them.
Can I give you my number?
I know a couple of them. Like,
so can you tell them to text me?
I'll tell them to text you.
But I ain't never been one of those.
But you see how you would run into that and you would treat them correctly, right? You like
spit all in that.
But there's some guys who run into that and they're like, they're not. I will also say that sometimes these females are not. I'm not gonna say that all the time because some females are extra nice to the wrong dudes, pretty ugly, whatever the case is, however they look or whatnot. Skinny, fat, tall, short.
Don't mean anything. Those things don't mean you good or bad.
But, these females that kind of go above and beyond for the guy, or they kind of like, the guy's treating them like crap, but they're still there. The guy, wants to use their car. Same thing with a female. Like, they basically get finessed. These are the nice guys, nice girls, where they go above and beyond for someone who's not reciprocating them at all, or even valuing them or being, considerate of them. You get what I mean? Just mean people. So, I feel like this person dodged the bullet when it comes to a person like that? Yes, it just sucks that they have to be there mad long before they actually it's like the bullet grazes them. You get what I mean? They still dodge it because in reality, if this person doesn't see the great person that you are, or see why they should value you, or whatever the case is, or even see like the good that you're doing, and they're just dismissing you, in reality, why would you want to just stay with somebody like that? You get what I mean? When it just shows after time and time again that they're not going to treat you right.
For me, a good person ain't what she talking about. Because that's a good person's a good person. It don't matter if they are too nice to the person or too this to the person. They're just a nice person.
Yeah.
So a good person and a nice person is the same person. Good and nice are supposed to be the same. So a good person, good female, good guys, whatever that is, however that package is, that's just that package. I consider myself a good person, a good guy. You consider yourself a good girl. But I ain't gullible.
Yeah, but when I think of nice girl, nice guy in this text,
You talking about the people that's getting affected by this?
Yeah, like the ones that actually are very gullible in the situation.
Talking about this has happened to me in the last 2 times, but I wasn't gullible to nothing.
So did you feel like you finished last?
I don't feel like I missed a bullet. I just feel like I don't feel like I dodged a bullet. I feel like I should have recognized what it was because it was there. I just was being too objective. When the answers was there, the answers was in front of me. So for me, nice girl, good guy, that's subjective. I don't even believe in these things because I feel like there's so much people in here I think most people are capable of being good or bad, good or nice. All people, it's just like all people are good at being bad or evil. So it's all about your choices. Your choices reflect who you are, right? So I could be a good person. I could pay my bills. I could take care of my family, but I could treat girls like shit. Does that make me a bad person? No, that just makes me not a good person for relationships. But I could be a good person towards my family. I could be a good person towards my friends. I could be a good person towards job. I could be a good person in every aspect of my life except the relationship one. Does that make me a bad person? No.
Well, I mean,
I'm not trying to go into it. I'm just saying what I'm going by what you're saying. Yeah.
And I see that when I'm just thinking more of the relationship part, not like general or whatever.
But that's what I mean by when we say good people, good person. That's why I say when.
Well, I'm not good. I'm just saying.
Let me
nice.
finish. So like, for me, do nice guys finish last? I don't. This to me is dumbass. Not topic, but this is the dumbass saying. I feel like you put yourself. Did you already say your first point? Or you just talking about the person?
Yeah, just go ahead.
I'm gonna go into my first point. We have to take accountability for our choices. We all love to blame things on other people versus we dealing with things as it was. We act as though nobody played a part but the other person, but it takes 2 people to play a part in something. You have to know where you was in this situation, how it played out. So like, unless this person was just abusive to you for no reason or whatever bad thing they could have done where you didn't have a part, they just did it to you, where you didn't ask for it or didn't do something to deserve it, then it's their fault. But a lot of the times...
Can you repeat that again? Say that
Okay.
Again? If it's somebody who's doing all of this negative
like,
to you...
if somebody's doing something negative to you, like if they do domestic violence towards you, but you didn't do anything, you're just receiving this shit for no freaking reason. And even if it was a reason, there's no reason for them to do that to you.
Yeah. So,
I'm saying that at the end of the day, by you staying there, you're enabling this. This is what I mean by playing a part in it. You're playing a part. You have to take accountability. Because the minute you see that hand get raised, you could have just flew out that door. Like, baby, let me just take a phone call real quick. Let me do something. 911. This motherfucker got to get out my house.
Yeah.
You could have done that. So, like, people love to say, take accountability for everything you're in.
And that's kind of, I didn't say that, but I was going to, one of my points was people are usually attracted to, like,
toxic
spice and toxic and what everyone else deems as what you need or what you should have in your life, or even, to some, I have noticed over the years, I'm only, maybe you could highlight men, but even with females, when you see a female that is really, I'll say I've seen in my, in me going through life or whatever the case is, I've seen a lot of females who are considered like top tier when it comes to looking or whatever the case is, and they go towards guys who treat them like shit. Who get like, and it to them it's like a challenge, and then they'll have, you know how many times they'll have a nice guy right next to them, giving them like not giving them everything, but just being a nice person to them.
They don't want
you get
that.
what I mean? They're talking to them and kind of just being there, and they're shitting on this guy, and then chasing the guy that's calling them out their name, that's not there for them, that's treating them like a piece of shit. I mean, guys do it as well with females also, you know. I can't say how many, how many friends I've had that, it's the same thing where a girl is treating them like crap and they're staying there. They'll have the girl that will do anything for them or whatever the case is, and it's too easy. She just doesn't do it for me. You get what I mean? And this is, so, when it comes to that, it's more of like, I think the biggest part of, and maybe this is going off, but I feel like when it comes to nice girls and nice guys, everybody needs kind of therapy. Even that nice girl or nice guy, where you're just like, you're
I
taking.
feel like every episode we telling somebody.
I know, and that is the ongoing theme. Like, it's needed.
Niggas need help.
Because if you're a person who's even in a domestic violence situation, as messed up as it sounds, where it's like, oh, you don't deserve this, but to some degree, you're enabling this. You're continuing it. You're letting it happen. You're not seeing that, it's something within you that's allowing this. You get what I mean? And how you need to make sure that you're getting seen and seeing what the issue is.
And this is one of my points I'm going to say. I'm going to say it now because I feel like I have to say it. Now allowing our feelings to blind us from the red flags.
Very true.
Like, yo, just because he makes you feel like this, like I always say this, right? If I could make you feel beautiful, I could also make you feel ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I just make you feel a little good, that means I'm only capable of making you feel a little bad. So I'm not trying to say you shouldn't go for the person that can make you feel great. But with great power comes great responsibility. Like, basically, if I know I'm capable of making you feel so good, I'm going to do my due diligence not to make you feel bad. Why? Because as much as I could please you is as much as I could fail you.
Basically.
So I feel like not allowing our feelings to blind us to the red flags. Like, we got to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
What's your next point?
I think that in dealing with the red flags or whatever the case is, everybody has different type of boundaries, and sometimes you have to be aware of where you lack boundaries and where you need to instill them. I could, speaking for myself, for real though, speaking for myself and having to learn this over years or whatever the case is, and still having to learn it in different ways. It's like when you go into something and knowing yourself or whatever, you have to be aware of how far you're gonna go for this person, how much goodness you're going to give this person, or how nice you're going to be, or whatever the case is. Something I had said to him was more of like, and he had just said to me, like, you don't have no in your vocabulary, like it's not there. And knowing that about yourself and realizing that, like, because that's something that you don't have or something that you have to learn to do, you kind of have to put those boundaries in, little by little, but they have to be put in. Because at the end of the day, when somebody see a sucker, what they're going to do is lick. At the end of the day, that's really what it is. Wow. It's the truth.
Wow.
No pause.
That's what you want right now?
Pause. Wow. When they see a sucker, they gonna get a lick, and that's really what it comes down to. And that was, one of my points, being really aware of yourself. If you are someone who, because there's people who actually say like, oh, nice girls and nice guys, they always finish last. If this is a continuous feeling that you are experiencing because of what you're doing, you have to now evaluate yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you in all your relationships, if you're allowing certain things, you're the denominator of it all. So it's
you're the main principle in all these matters. You're the main thing that's not changing. You're the unchanging situation in all of them.
And then that's why I feel like when it comes to the dodging, did you dodge a bullet? Yeah, but at the same time, like, it grazed you. Like, you had to learn that lesson, because all of this stuff is for you to better yourself as a person, so that you don't go through it again or whatever the case is.
So, like, my points is pretty basic. I don't know. What's your next point, man? I feel like you got so much to say over here.
also, like, going back to it, knowing, being aware of other people, aware of the snakes, the scorpions, you know, the wolves, because not for real. Because if you don't, if you, I am a, I have parts of me that's gullible. Like, what I'm saying, I give people the benefit of the doubt till, like, you know, and it's a blessing and
So
it's a curse.
this goes
but-
into my third point. You just went right into it. We have to be better at vetting
Yeah.
who we deal with.
Basically, seriously.
Go ahead, keep going.
Nah, but it's a
Yeah,
truth.
go
You
into
get
your
what
point. I
mean?
want to hear this. You just go into it.
And the reason why is because I have a homegirl, and like beautiful. She's a beautiful spirit. You get what I mean? And people think, when people meet her, she lighten up the room or whatever the case is, and like she tends to put herself in a lot of situations where like she
Do I
meets
know this
people.
girl?
You do. But she meets people who kind of, they come off a certain kind of way, and in reality their intentions were never good for her. And like we would go to parties, we would go hang out, we would go to little things or whatever the case is. And I would always be the one, and me, it doesn't seem like that, but in certain situations I don't talk. I'll be in it, I ain't gonna talk. I might have a good time, but my conversation is not gonna get deep. It'll stay on a certain level, and it's because like I'll feel something like, oh, this person. Nah.
So she
And-
just went into my last point.
But hold up, but let me finish.
You went right into the last
So
point,
the one
though.
thing that I
God.
would always say to her is just like, yo, like you have to show. But she was so like she was so trusting that she had to learn the hard way that like people just don't have the best intention for you, even if you take the shirt off your own back for them. You get what I mean? So it's just like having that boundaries, knowing that there's real wolves out there, there's real scorpions, there's real, people that are just.
You can stomp on a scorpion though.
You can, but you gotta catch it before it bites your ass. That's what I'm saying. That motherfucker just and you just
Why
like,
would you let that motherfucker?
because
get that
you don't
close?
even know it's a motherfucking scorpion. You have you're very good with reading people. You get what I mean? But it's very well. There's people who are nowhere
Of course.
near, where you are with it.
I'm just
So,
using my tools that God gave me.
but
That's it. I just use them.
some people are not that great at it. You get what I mean?
Obviously.
Yeah. What was you gonna say from what I just said? You was like, it
I
goes
mean, I'm
into
on my
one of your
last point.
topics.
I don't really want to go into the last point just yet. I
Let me
only got one more point to prove.
It's.
One more point to say. So
I also feel like if you have been this person where it feels like, oh, I've been so nice, or whatever the case is, don't let it make you into. Don't let
Savage.
it be to be like, now I'm gonna be horrible to everybody. No, just get your boundaries, because you're not gonna win.
This your word today.
Boundaries is the word today, but it's just like you're not gonna win being a jerk to everybody because of this one incident. You're not gonna win being an asshole or having people pay for the mistake that you made. You get what I mean? Or the misjudgment.
Stop bringing baggage from one
You get what
plane
I'm
to the
saying?
next.
Basically.
Like-
and that happens. Like, I remember, there's people who I talk to and they be like, oh, well, because this one did this. No, I ain't going to do this with the next one. He ain't going to get this. And you don't even know this person that's going to come into you. Oh, nah, I ain't going to do that for this bitch. Bada, bada. Like, you don't even know this.
Your hand gestures.
You
You out
ain't-
here looking like
you
a flight.
ain't-
You out here like you about to row in the fucking plane. Like
I'm trying to have you understand. You don't even know this next person. Why do they need to deal with this stuff when this is a choice that you made? Learn from it and realize where you need to move with it. You get what I mean? That's what I think.
I feel like this is a quick topic.
Well, it is. You get what I'm saying?
So, I'm gonna get into my last point because I feel like how you met them is how they gonna leave you. Like
What?
how you met them is how they gonna leave you.
Okay. Okay.
Where you met them at?
Uh-huh.
Chances are that's where they gonna leave you at.
All right, give me an example.
You know what I mean?
Give
How
me-
you
give
met
me
them
an
is
example.
how they gonna leave your ass. You know what I'm saying? If you met them in the club, chances are they gonna leave you for a nigga in the club.
Aww.
If hit you mean
Look, I'm
for-
like, but then I'm thinking, that's an exception to the rule. That don't happen.
That's what you keep thinking
No,
about.
I said that's the exception of the rule that would not happen. But go ahead.
That's one example. I mean, how you met them is how they gonna leave you. And you gotta be smart about it. Like I said, if
Or
you
you
put
meet
all
them
my
in a-
you put all my
What
shit
if-
together, this is
what
like
if
the
you-
10 Commandments. This is like
What
the
if
4
you meet
Commandments.
them in the library?
Oh, then they gonna read you to death. You know what I'm saying? They gonna analyze this shit to the death of you. I mean, but like, so for me, like, it's pretty simple with mine. It's like, take accountability for what happens.
Yeah.
Accountable for the choices you made. Accountable for who you dealing with, kind of guys you, women you dealing with.
Yeah.
Know what you doing. Know your role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta be better at vetting people.
That's really it.
You gotta be better at vetting who you deal with.
Take it
You know
easy.
what I'm saying?
Take it easy.
Not allowing our feelings to blind us from the red flags.
Yeah. You know?
And how you met them is how they gonna leave you. Look, man, like my joints. Look, man, my points. It's like straight shooters.
Listen.
It's like I can't do no better than
Mine
that.
is put some boundaries up. Don't be a pushover. If you out here looking like a sucker, they
Yeah.
gonna take a lick.
And
At
on
the
top
end
of
the
that,
day, you
like
need
she
to-
said, know where them animals is. Know where them
Yeah,
lions, tigers,
you
and
need to
bears is
understand,
at.
like, and man, and I guess this is a pessimistic way of looking at life. Everybody's a wolf until proven that they not. Real
Everybody's
talk.
a wolf until proven innocent.
Yeah, wolf. Everybody, because you don't know what they want. You don't know what their, you don't know what their intentions are.
And one thing she said that she didn't reiterate just now, don't be mad about the last person and take it out on the next person. Leave that baggage.
Yeah.
Understand where you messed up at.
Reevaluate.
And reevaluate yourself.
Because if you constantly saying this, it's just like females that be like, niggas ain't shit.
Listen.
Girl, if
I'ma
the
say some
man
wild
you
shit
keep
right now.
getting ain't shit, why are you attracting? Why are you here?
Maybe because you
Same
ain't
thing-
shit, boo-boo.
Same thing as a dude. Oh, bitches ain't shit. Da-da-da. If you only attracting messed up females, if you only attracting...
be a little tad messed up, bro.
What you doing? And if you going the extra mile for all these people, that means you ignoring a whole bunch of red flags. What?
I tell you, I think women and men love toxic things.
They
man.
do.
I don't like listen. I had a couple toxic women in my life. Look, listen, man. These girls with tracksuits in the clubs, you just gotta leave them alone.
Okay. All right. All right.
That's petty, right? That's petty.
Bad.
That's
Bad.
pretty petty. I'm petty
But-
sometimes.
That's
Why
for
y'all
you.
wearing tracksuits in the club?
But did you dodge a bullet?
Baby, where you running to? Ain't no treadmills in the club.
Okay. All right.
Where you jogging to? How much sweat you got?
But did you dodge a bullet? I think you did. Because you know why sometimes...
I don't believe that.
You know why? The only reason why I say you dodge a bullet, because, for example, some people, if they don't see it, they in there. That bullet's just lodging in and they just slowly
A lot
dying.
of times people say they dodged a bullet when they was the one shooting them.
I'm not talking in that kind of reference where they the person shooting it. I'm talking about...
Listen, a lot of times when you, with this reference, you dodged a bullet, baby, you shot mad bullets at niggas.
But
you the bullet, you the one, you were one of the bullets I dipped on, boo.
But think about the situation where you was a nice guy, right? Even though
I'm always a nice guy.
You knew what was up, whatever
always
the
a nice
case is.
guy.
All right. Well, you knew what was up, or
Say it
whatever.
again, say it.
What?
I'm always a nice guy.
He's always a nice guy.
Thank you. Some respect on this motherfucking name.
So in the situation where, like, here you are, the nice guy, whatever the case is, and this person is throwing bullets, you eventually leave.
Say N-O.
You get what I mean? But you also end up leaving. Now, if you would have continued to stay there ignoring or whatever the case is, you get what I mean? Then you're in a situation that you didn't dodge. That's the only reason why I say it's a situation you dodge, because some people don't realize that. Some people don't even realize that until like after. Like they could be, the person dropped them and they still don't realize, like, yo, this person is not a good person.
You know what's the worst
for
part?
me.
You know what's the worst thing is when you get dropped by the bad person.
Yeah, and that's what
I
it
love
is.
that, yo. I love that shit.
Like,
Yo, I love that shit.
but you know what I mean? Like,
Love that shit.
I'm not talking more in a situation where like they're both equally, doing fuckery. I'm talking more in a situation where someone like, yo, you doing right or whatever the case is by this person, and they just constantly
Alright.
dismiss you.
So, I hope y'all enjoyed today's topic.
What do y'all think?
Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what y'all feel about this topic.
You the nice girl, you the nice guy.
Did you feel there was another topic from this topic we could have talked about?
Yeah.
I would love for
put
y'all
it
to
down there. If you
put
don't
it
agree
down
with
there.
us, put it down there. If you do
I know
agree
y'all
with
don't
us,
agree with her.
put
I
it
know
down
that
there.
already.
Y'all probably don't. I know a lot of people that don't agree with me, and that's okay. I want to see the comments and get perspectives because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I am not an
This
expert.
is a growing community.
Yes. So comment.
Team
like.
J versus Team C.
It don't gotta be versus. I'm all about all perspectives and hearing.
Aww.
Kumbaya and shit.
With your pumpkin shirt. Well, thank y'all so much for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, please. And
Click
turn
on
your
that notification bell.
And most of all, thank you for watching the JNC.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Love, bye.